Okay, so welcome to this episode of Vacation Jams. We're going to talk today a little bit about a little questionnaire, questions, tips, pointers, ideas. This is kind of a general thing with everybody, just kind of answering questions. It was brought to my attention last week that somebody was getting confused with the hotels. They said they were finding a cheaper price on competitors' websites, on like Priceline, those type of websites. So I had to go through once I went through the process with can't remember who it was. I believe it was with Val. Yeah, it was with Val. They really saw what I was referring to. So we're going to get a little bit into that today on today's episode, and we're also going to get into some questions that you might have, questions or ideas that you might have. Look into some different kind of things like Joyce just brought up as far as more of a private estate type of vacations, which we can do. There's it's just and I had a great conversation with Bob today, a nice couple-hour conversation with Bob Bremner and about the development of the TLN destinations and where we want to take it. So there's a lot of good stuff. So if it's just the three of us, that's great because we could throw a lot of things around. If it's more people decide to join in, then all the more the merrier. So, so let's kind of get into the first part of it. The first part of it was the concern that actually it was a couple people. Was Val had the concern right off a couple of days ago, and so did Daniel. He had the same concern when he was looking at something. So once I went through the process, explained it to him, and it's just like I was telling Bob today. This is a process, so there's gonna be times. I mean, there's a lot to learn, and because I told Bob, I was explaining to him about my involvement with the Legends Network as far as the development of the TLN destinations, because I obviously I do have other clients, and I was just letting him know. He's like, as this grows, you're probably going to want to let us let it go because they can focus on other stuff. And I said, well, yeah, but first of all, let's get your leaders educated about this whole program, how it works. It's really my desire to be here to help educate people on how this works, so you guys can maximize this while you're growing your business. So as I was explaining, and this is a good example of what we talked about with Val and Daniel, is when you're looking at hotels, you look at a price, and if you jump to another site to compare the price, you'll see. To give you an example, there was a price that I was doing for one leader because he had the same question. So it's not the first time. It's actually quite a common occurrence. So it's good that you can actually pick this up, and anybody who's going to watch this show on the recording, if you look on Expedia or Trivago or Kayak and you see a price. Let's just say you said you want to go to I don't know. Let's say San Francisco. You go to San Francisco and you see a price there for the Radisson in San Francisco, and the price for the Radisson in San Francisco on your TLN destination site is $300 a night, because Radisson's a really nice place, right? So we're going to save you on the average between. I always tell people it could be as low as $5 all the way up to $100 on a nightly basis. It's what you're saving. So let's just say we find it there, and the price for 5 nights or for 4 nights is $850 for 4 nights at the Radisson. Okay, and that's what you see on your TLN destination site. So you want to make sure that you say, well, I don't know. Well, let me see what I could go find it over Expedia or Travelocity or Kayak. Go over Kayak, and at $850 a night for 4 nights, it's coming around. It's right around $200 or 220, 200 whatever, $212 or whatever it is. So just say it's $210, and you go over to, and it shows there on your TLN destination site at $210 a night, right? But you say you're going to go check out Kayak and these other sites, and you go to there and you see it for $156 per night. Oh my gosh, I'm panicking. It's more expensive than what we're getting for a membership, right? So people start to panic. But here's what you need to do. Here's what you need to remember. That 156 is the price they're showing. Now you got to go through the process of actually clicking and going through the process of actually doing the booking. It doesn't include the hotel taxes. It doesn't include all the fees for the hotels. So they're going to add this up. And to give you a good example of that, and it ends up costing from 156, it ends up costing about $300 a night, $265 a night, right? So, so at the end of the day, it ends up costing you right around, right around close to $1,000 for what you find in Expedia, Travelocity, Kayak, Bookings, and all these other different companies. Where on your TL and destination site, that $850 includes all your taxes and fees and everything else. So when you see a price on there, it's with all the fees included. So that $210 price is with the taxes and all the fees included. So that's the cost. That's the cost. There's no extra fees on that cost. Where these other ones, those fees, the average hotel, it's based from different locations of what it's going to be, but you're never going to see it lower than 12%. So you're always going to see a 12% hotel tax. It's usually between 12 to 18% hotel tax. Okay, so you have a hotel tax of 12 to 18%, plus all the fees that go along with it, booking fees and all this other stuff. So you end up paying about 25% in fees to go on top of what they're listing it for. So it's never the same price you're seeing on there. So your cost on your TL and destination site is the cost, including all the fees. So you're always going to come down lower. And a good examples, we're looking for a room for somebody in Seattle, and we looked at the Westin, and a price on our site for the 5 nights through the TL and destination site for 5 nights came to $720 for 5 nights. That was the cost, right? Because it's the Westin, it's expensive in Seattle. We went to the exact same, looked for the exact same room on I think it was Kayak. And Kayak they're a site scraper. So what they're doing is they're scraping all the sites of like Bookings, Expedia, Orbitz, all the sites that combine them and they average out the cost. That's what it's going to cost you. Their cost came to after tax, after we went through the thing, because they're like, well, it's actually less. Well, after we went through the whole process, came to $1,331. So we ended up saving right around $600 on that one booking, right? So it's at first it looked like it was less going through them, but when they went through the whole process, it was actually a lot more, by $600 some for 5 nights. That's a huge savings. That pays this for a full year, right? So the value is what we need to do until we get our. We got to remember we're building a price comparison component to go into this, so you won't have to leave the site to get a price comparison. But in the meantime, you have customer service, you have your concierge that actually take you through the process and help you out, or you can go out. That's what I always say. I'm sure you've heard me say it before. Go out there and check. Go out there and look. Go look at another site. I'm 100% confident. If you find it, we'll match that price. And what we're doing is we're putting something in there that will give you the difference between the price and the price that you found it on some other site and our price back in points. So we'll match the cost at least, or get it lower, and then on top of that, we'll give you the difference in value in points, so you can use for later trips. So there's the value is there. So that's one thing that's concerning for people, and I'm glad I'm able to put this on one of our jams here on our recording, so people can understand that. Because there is something that people get confused about, because they just take a look at the very first number they see when they go to Expedia, and they think that's the number it's going to cost. It's never that cost, because it's always going to be taxes and fees on top of that. So, do you have any questions on that, or no? Okay, good. So that's one thing. That's one of the biggest things that I wanted to kind of clear out of the way. Is that one thing right there? Because it's huge. It's a huge thing, because people freak out when they see something they don't think it's a great, but they think they're not getting the best value, which they are. When you save $600 something, you're getting pretty good value of a hotel room. So, and the same thing goes along with cruises, our car rentals. Our prices are the prices in that system. There's no taxes on top of it. So with the price you see it for, is the price. Because we ran into the car rental thing too before, with somebody saying, "Hey, I found a car rental and it's about $40 more expensive than what I found on another site." Well, does that go through that and see where the taxes and fees are, and you're actually about $60 more than what we offered for. So it's just something. It's one of those things that people need to educate themselves on, and that's one of the things there. So Another thing is when you're doing a resort stay, uh, there the prices are also flat across. But that 400, or say you find a condominium and it's for $450 for a week. A lot of people don't understand that's for the whole condo. That's not per person. That's for the whole condo with how many people that condo sleeps in it. So and so you'll see a condo that maybe it's a one bedroom and you're going to see it for let's say 475 for the week. That one bedroom will sleep up to 6 people. So that's $475 for 6 people, not for one person or two person. And that's why there's so much great value in condominium stays. So these are some of the questions that I'm getting asked, most frequent questions I'm getting asked, and so we want to kind of cover those here today. And unfortunately, we have 2 viewers, so that's always good. Unfortunately, I wish we would have had a panel the same size as we had last time, because that way we can kind of really get people to understand how important these jams are. That's why I'm doing them, because you get to answer those questions that are very important. And I really encourage these leaders to go out there and get their people on this jam. It's not as nothing. I'd be perfectly fine not doing them. I'd be perfectly fine to be upstairs with my kids and enjoying my afternoon. But I want to make sure everybody understands this, and people feel good about what they're doing, and they feel good about going out there and getting people excited about this, because it is a great benefit. And it's like us, talking to Bob. There's so much more that we're going to be adding into TLN Destinations. This is just the start. It's exciting. It's exciting for you guys to, and I've dedicated myself to do this for the Legends Network and TLN Destinations, to make sure that this thing, we're out there hitting big numbers and bringing a worldwide awareness to the Legends Network, which it deserves, because now you have a universal product that's global, right? So it's a global product. Everybody can relate to travel. So that's exciting. That's the exciting thing about it. So, and I'm glad to see you come, my loyal gals here, to kind of back me up on that. So, any questions? Either you two?
I have one. Before we got on to anything more, you were mentioning about the condos that they will sleep as many people as you can hold. If it sleeps 6, you're only paying for one person. What about hotel room? If a hotel room is a suite, and say you could put 4 people in there, do you pay just per person, or is there an additional cost?
It's going to be, the hotels are just they're pretty much the same as a regular, when you're booking a regular hotel. So when you're booking a hotel, if you get a suite that has 2 queen beds in it, you can sleep 4 people on it, right? Because it's going to be double occupancy, the whole 9 yards. Some hotels are different. It depends on the hotel chain. Some hotels then want you to pay. You're bringing 4 people in there, they want you to pay for 4 people, and so it depends on the hotel chain, which hotel does what. Some hotel chains don't care. Some hotel chains do care, because they want the extra money. So it all depends on which hotel chain you're actually working with. It's like airlines. Sometimes airlines have really good, they charge you for luggage. Some airlines, which not many these days, but a couple of them don't charge you for the extra luggage. Some nickel or dime you all the way up to the weight or whatever. It's the same thing with hotels. It really depends on the hotel chain. So if you get a good hotel chain, and if you guys want some recommendations of what hotel chains are really lenient, which ones are not, we can do that as well. So that's a really good thing to bring up to your concierge. We're looking to book a hotel. We want the best value of a hotel. We want something nice, but we want somebody who's not going to be, nickel and dime us for bringing in an extra person, or we want to sleep 3 people. So the beauty of a condominium, you don't have to worry about any of that, because that's the way it is, right? So that if you have 1 bedroom, you can sleep 6 people.
Okay. Okay.
So it really depends on the hotel, Joan, to answer your question.
Okay. What about, like, some hotels charge extra if you want internet service? Now, would that be included in the complete cost of the hotel room under a package that we would get through TLN Destinations?
Again, it's on a per hotel basis. The cost, it'll tell you if you go when you're going through the booking process and you're looking at a hotel on your TLN Destination site. It'll tell you what it includes. Some of them don't include free Wi-Fi. Most hotels do. It depends on what level. If you're doing business or you're just doing they have different levels of Wi-Fi accessibility. But some of them do, some of them don't. And that's something that we can't personally control. That's something the hotel's policies are based off of. Now, in condominiums, on the other hand, condos, again, Wi-Fi is included because it's Wi-Fi. It's pretty much everything straight across the board. That's why I'm really excited about. Okay, well, I got Blair sending me a message, wants to know when I can tell him this is happening. So, anyway, so yeah, so it's two different things, and it really depends on the actual hotel, and it really depends on whether or not they charge you for that or not.
And all of the hotels that we book are 4 and 5 star, right?
You can book everything from a 2-star or 3-star all the way up to a 5-star. It's your preference. You can actually go through the preferences and decide if you just want to. If you're just driving along the highway and you just want to put your head in a bed, you don't care about you can drop into a Comfort Inn, which is a 3-star motel or hotel or whatever you want to call it, or you can go all the way up to like a Four Seasons or a Radisson or or Comfort Inn or whatever. I mean, from the Comfort Inns to the Radissons. You don't find Motel 6s in there, but excuse me. But you can find everything from everything else. We're not going to put you in something that's scary, but we're also not going to, but you have the ability to control the cost of what you want to book. So you can do everything. And the thing is, on your TLN destination VIP vacation suite, you actually have there's going to be a sidebar when you actually go through the booking. And you can actually go through the preferences of actually doing the booking. So you can decide whether you want to do a 3 or a 4 or 5 or look straight across the board, because sometimes I'll be running a special in a 5-star resort, 5-star hotel that is just too good to pass up. So, and then also look in the bottom. There's some really good deals on the very bottom of your vacation suite of hotels that are running specials. So there's a lot of different, there's so many different options, and that's why we do this. So you can do whatever you want to. So if you want to do, I mean, I try to stay in as nice a hotel as possible. But if I'm driving down the highway and I'm stopping in Canada, we have, as you know, Joan, you have those big stretches of between here and there. It could be a couple 100 kilometers, 300 kilometers, and you're tired and you want to pull off the road, and you just stop at what's available there, and it happens to be a Best Western. You're going to take the Best Western just to put your head in a bed, so you can do that. Or if you want, if they have a Fairmont going through Banff or something, they have a Fairmont Hot Springs, you can do that as well. So it really depends on what you want to do.
Yeah. Okay.
You mean if you're driving down the road, you can just stop? Do we use our discount?
You can log on to. We are. Well, I don't like to get ahead of myself too much, but we are developing a mobile application, so that's going to be coming. So it's going to help you out with just on the go, but it's also going to help you out to help you recruit people, right? So to be able to show people right here off my mobile app, this is what we can do. So that's coming. That's in development. That's part of the future exciting plans that's coming for TLN destinations is the mobile application. But as of now, you can just log in from your internet browser and look onto your log in and do it that way.
Okay, so you'd log into your site and book it from your site if you were traveling and you
walk right in and say, here's my confirmation, give me a room.
Okay.
Yeah, you can do that right now. So, but the mobile application is going to make it a lot cooler, a lot faster process to actually do that. So that's something that's going to be exciting to do once we get that. So we're a few months off even on that. So I don't want to give a. We got other stuff we're working on first. So the mobile application will come as we grow.
I have another.
Go ahead, Joan.
You mentioned that there's going to be over 300,000 restaurants that are going to be coming on board with TLN. Now, will some of these restaurants be included in some of the, say for example, you stay at hotel and they have a restaurant in the hotel, will we be having those restaurants included in the package?
Yeah, you know, the thing is, and that's I'm actually got a meeting on the 10th with the company that we're doing a deal with. We're going to be able to go in there, and you'll be able to again go right online, see exactly which restaurants are available through there. So if it's a restaurant, I mean, there's gonna be a lot of options. Obviously, 300,000 restaurants and activities in North America. You're gonna be able to find a lot of value in it right now. If I go in there right now and look at the sample sites that they sent me, sample stuff in there. I mean, I live in Kamloops, and I mean, it's you know, you can find a lot in Kamloops even. So that just gives you an idea. It's even when you're even in a smaller area, Ashland, or you'll find a lot in Ashland. You'll find a lot in Medford. You'll find a lot in your local area. You know, Kelowna, Vernon. So you'll find a lot in your local areas that you'll be able to utilize. Not just restaurants either. Bowling alleys. You want to get discounts off bowling. You want to get discounts off. You've got the grandkids or the kids, and they want to go out there and do like those fun activities like laser tag or whatever. They have discounts on that kind of stuff too as well. You know, arcades and all that kind of stuff. So
What about theaters?
About what?
Movie theaters.
Oh yeah, we have a lot of movie theaters too as well. So right. Movie theaters. We're also going to have, like I mentioned, it's part of what's coming in early 2015 is the whole Broadway shows. Movie theaters, which we'll have here real soon. You'll have sporting events, NASCAR. One of the companies I'm partnering with right now is a major partner with NASCAR. So people like to do the car racing. Kind of people who do that are religious about it, but so if you like NASCAR, you can do that, and all kinds of different activities.
What about sport events like football games and baseball games?
Oh yeah, World Series, Super Bowl, championship games. For Joyce down there, maybe it's the Oregon State Beavers or the Oregon Ducks or something like that. Whatever, different sporting events and stuff like that too as well. It's amazing what you can do when you have volume of people. And one of the people that we're putting something together with is one of Alan's buddies. With Dash Tours, we're working on something.
Yes.
That's going to be something that we're working with them. We also have other suppliers that we're working with. Theme park discounts. Not Disney, not necessarily Disney, because Disney they're very, very tight on giving discounts out. So we have to build packages that go around more along the lines of accommodations, car rentals, restaurants in the areas. You're seeing a lot of value out of that, so it justifies the value of the theme park. Because Disney's, they're pretty much they're Disney, and they just pretty much make everybody pay the same thing. But other theme parks like Magic Six Flags or SeaWorld and those type of things, you'll see some really good discounts off that.
When you're explaining all this, Sean, what this tells me is that if someone doesn't see the value of this program, they're really not concerned about having a better lifestyle, because you're laying everything out in a way that no matter what type of activities that you say, you're a skier and you're going to go to Big White or you're going to go to Whistler, to be able to get the discounts that will be available through the Legends Network. I mean, goodness, people go maybe 3-4 times during the winter skiing, and if they can save money on doing these activities, it's more than going to pay for their monthly auto ship. And then if they have 2 or 3 people in the group that they go skiing with and they sign up, then they're going to be free. They're not going to have to pay a cent. In fact, they're going to receive all the discounts and that are available, and they're going to be making money off of the back end of their Legends Network. So my goodness, this is a no-brainer. But like it was pointed out in the video that we were watching with Val last night, I don't know if you were on that program, Sean, where the man went before the Dragon's Den to present his opportunity, and he messed up so badly. He was nervous and he didn't get the point across at all. So he walked away empty-handed. Nobody was even interested in getting involved in what he had to say. So this is why it's so important that we get in there and learn exactly what the Legends Network is all about, so that we are prepared to talk to whoever comes across our path and put the information across in a positive, proper way, so that people will understand what this is about and the benefits that they're going to receive by becoming a part of what we do.
Well, exactly. You know, and you know, I was trying to do this. I'm trying to get used to these effects, and I want to do that. So, because the reality is, you're right, Johnny, and that's pretty much what my business model is. And what we're doing here with my company, what I'm working into with TLN is really, it becomes a need. It's not a want thing anymore. If you need this, if you're going to save this on everyday activities, you're going to save this on everyday life. And so you really you get value off everything. It's a lifestyle. It's not a travel company. It's a lifestyle company. So it's
the minute you go out of your home, you're taking advantage of everything that's offered in TLN. If you're going out for a meal, if you're going shopping, if you're taking the kids skiing, if you're going to a movie theater, if you're going away for the weekend, everything is discounted through TLN. So it's not a matter of, oh, this is a luxury and I can't afford it. You're doing it every day, so why not save on what you're doing?
That's right. No, so it's true, and that's the thing about it is, it's hey, don't you need a job? you're hitting it right on the nose. You're hitting the hammer right on the nail. So it's exactly what we're doing. It's everyday value. It's value. So you see savings from not just savings on your vacation, because vacations are 1 to 2 to 3 times a year type of deal. Now you can save in a restaurant. You can save on your activities. You can save on, you know, different. I mean, there's a lot of different benefits we haven't even introduced here, because we're kind of tapering them in. We're bringing them in at a slow pace, and we do that for a reason, so people can get the travel down. Then we're going to bring in, you know, some of the lifestyle benefits that are coming in there. We have healthcare benefits. We have a bunch of different benefits that we can add down the line that people are going to save on everything. So you need to go get a prescription. Go talk to a doctor online. They'll issue a prescription right over a Skype call. You avoid waiting in line at the doctor and save yourself $100-something on a doctor's visit, because you can go right to a doctor online and get a prescription for whatever you need. And I mean, there's so many more different things that we're adding that we can add to this. I just had a call actually with Raul about this today. He's like, oh my gosh, because I sent him some information about some stuff, and he was like, I can't believe that we haven't even started talking about half the stuff. I'm like, we're easing our way into stuff that's gonna and a lot of it has to do with building a relationship between my company and the Legends Network, where we can actually go in there, and you know, it's and as this grows, once I see really structured growth, I can sit there and say, okay, great, let's release this, let's release that, because we just want to kind of ease our way into it, because you know, as we know, in the United States and Canada, those two countries in particular, healthcare is a huge issue, and people are having so much problems in the United States with Obamacare and all this other stuff. Even in Canada, where we have the issues with the healthcare over here, to be able to go in there and be able to save thousands of dollars, literally thousands of dollars a year, using a benefit program that includes healthcare, is the value. I mean, what they're paying for this and the value that's going to be available for them to use it's just amazing, and I'm excited to introduce it to the whole process to the TLN destinations and the Legends Network family in general.
You know, this is going to be invaluable for retired people. When you think that the baby boomers down to the people with one foot in the grave and one on a banana peel, everybody can benefit from this program. It just amazes me, the different things that you're bringing to the table. And if a person, say a person's retired, like I'm retired, and if I have to pay out for prescriptions and I have to pay out for doctor visits and so forth, if I can save on those things through the Legends Network, through the Destinations program, then I will have more money freed up so that I can go out for a meal or I can take a vacation. But right now, retired people are so strapped because of like we pay the same amount of money for mortgages, for rent, for food, for everything else on the table. Even though our income is not what it was when we were working, if we're not in, of course, a network marketing business, that is the beauty of it. It never changes our income level. But the people that it does, then they basically have to scale back. And they may be scaling back on going out for a meal or going to a movie or even just going, it doesn't matter where. A lot of these retired people are not living the lifestyle that they dreamt that they would live after retirement. Sean, you bringing this to the table for the amount of money that it costs to belong to this program, you're freeing up money for retired people to do the things that they weren't able to do before. And I think that this is remarkable. This is a way of introducing TLN to a completely new level of people who may never get involved in multi-level marketing because they just don't feel qualified to do it, but they certainly can save by belonging to our company on many of the things that they would love to be able to do.
Absolutely. That's to give you a good example is we could save people up to 80% off their pharmaceuticals. Save people up to you could, just your medical bills. And I'm looking at some of the benefits. I give some of my our clients actual print collateral, but that's something that we have to work on with the Legends Network. But to be able to go in there and save anywhere up to 50% off your medical bills, that kind of stuff is huge. It's the point is right. And it goes on. I have 65 different benefits we could offer. 65 different benefits.
Is there going to be dental included in that?
Opticals there, dental, optical, pharmaceutical, your medical bills, CAT scans, MRIs, medical equipment like wheelchairs or crutches, whatever you need. There's a lot of different benefits we can offer. But these benefits right now, the reason why we're not really talking about them is because there's some things I need to work out. Right now, they're available for North America, for the U.S. and Canada. I just haven't we haven't implicated into them. We've been in discussions, a little bit of discussions about it, but there's an extra cost, so maybe we could actually put that into the back office and let people have the option of picking it up themselves. And that way, it's something that we wouldn't be able to build the compensation plan right away. If you're talking about maybe about a $10 a month fee, but that's nothing if you for your medical and all these other benefits it offers. It covers a lot of insurance stuff. But that's stuff that we're actually working into negotiating. So I don't want to get too far ahead of myself, but there's a lot of different things. I have 65 different benefits that we can work on. It's not just medical. It's grocery shopping assistance. There's all kinds of save money on your grocery bills. I got all kinds of different things that we can use. There's a ton of different benefits that I have. It's just then what my company does, what I do in my company, and not to get off topic here, but I literally let my clients choose which benefits they want. So it's like a menu. They build their own benefit packages. That's why we get a lot of big corporate deals, because they build the benefits around what their employees need and what their employees are wanting, opposed to what I can provide. I just make them available for them. So there's a lot of different things we can do.
This program is going to outshine any other program on the internet because of the value that's in it. Everybody is going to want to be part of the Legends Network because of what it offers. And that value is going to benefit those that become distributors in the Legends Network, so that they can build really strong teams, because people aren't going to want to leave because of all of the benefits that they're going to receive it, and they're going to want to share it with their friends. I mean, when you see something like this, you want to share it with other people. Like, I've been in programs where I've spent out $200 or $300 a month in auto ship just to get a few pills delivered every month.
Mm.
I mean, my goodness, what this offers for $55 a month is just unbelievable. And so we can really be tour guides to help people improve their lives. And if we can do that for people, that in itself is such a bonus that we can offer people a better lifestyle just for a few extra dollars a month.
Yeah.
I'm just blown away with this program. I'm so excited about it.
Yeah, you know, it's true, because when you go talk to certain people, people are looking for something that they can relate to, right? They're looking for something that they could feel like they can use. But if you have all these options that are available for people to use, now they can just say, well, hey, what if, you got to find a hot button for some people you're talking to. Some people are like, well, I don't travel that much, but what if you did this? Or what if we could do this for you? What if we could do that for you? And you're saving money doing that. It's creating that value in their lives, and that's the whole point about what my company does and also what the whole point we're easing into with the Legends Network is, so we can build all these different options in there. It's just a matter of easing it in there and finding the best way to present it. So I already have them. They already have them. It's not like I have to go get them. I already have 85% of the benefits that I already have 65 different benefit packages. So that's on top of what I'm still negotiating. So when you guys see me, when sometimes I miss a morning hangout like I did this morning, it's because I'm negotiating more benefits for my clients. I like to be on those hangouts, but sometimes I can't make it. So I wasn't able to make it this morning because I'm working on some really good stuff. But we're going to keep on adding more value to it, and that's the exciting part about it. And we want it to kind of be like I like the feedback, and I like the feedback forum. That's why I want to do this. Give people feedback. What do you tell me what you want, and we're going to work on bringing it to you. Because it's like what my father always told me is, there's no such thing as no. There's always, where there's a will, there's a way. So you need to go out there, and if people want something and something, it's out there. You just got to go out there and find it and bring it to the table. So Barbara, I think you're off mute. Did you have something you want to add? Okay, well,
No,
there you are.
no, I forgot, but so it's like, never mind.
Okay, well, just feel free to jump in if you have any questions or want to make a comment or suggestions. Please add. How about you, Joyce? You want to throw anything in there?
Well, I just think that what you're bringing to the table is going to help us as with our business, because if people will actually look at what we have, and because you can tell people, well, we've got to travel. Well, everybody's got travel, but this is something different because it's not just that. I mean, it's you're going to save people money, and when I do my videos and stuff, I mention that how much you're saving people. So hopefully that they'll even take a look at it, and that's the internet marketing. I mean, on the internet, it's gotten so jaded anyway that people take a look at you. Oh, well, you're just another MLM company, and and they won't even take a look at you. So if we can just keep putting it out there that this is not the same thing, that you're bringing value to us, our teams will grow.
Yeah, and that's the thing is, what my conversation with Bob was today was like, I need to be more involved in this process on the TL and destination side of it. I don't know much about the Legends Network. I know it's got some really great training, but I need to be more involved on this because I want to help this grow. We got to help this grow here, so there's got to be more involvement on my end as far as using. And Bob says, well, yeah, you're the expert on this. Well, yeah. So I need to be more involved in the process of the development of TL and destinations, and kind of mold it to where, because I'd love to take the same format that I'm doing right now and just and let me kind of let me take the wheel for a little while, and let me drive it, and by adding what we need to make this grow. We let Val does this fantastic job with what he's built with the Legends Network, Now we're adding a whole other aspect. It's my background. That's my, you need a leader on the travel side of it, and that's what I was explaining to Bob. I said you need somebody to actually step forward who knows it, because somebody can be a great marketer, but if you don't know the product, you don't know what the product's about, or understand where you could take it, or have that vision of where it can go because you have the resources, then it's a train going to nowhere. So if you have somebody on there, steering who knows the directions, then it's a train going somewhere. So I was just telling Bob, maybe I should have a little bit more input about how we develop this TLN destinations as far as the direction where we can go, because we can take this thing to there's a lot of benefits we could add, and if I can influence that, this is an introduction period for me and what I've been doing this for a long time, so I've already been doing this with other companies, but they're corporate companies, right? It's not this forum. It's not network marketing. I don't have the background in network marketing. That's where Val comes into place. That's where you guys come into place. You have that network marketing experience. My experience is the product development. If you let me kind of take care of some of that product development on the front end and ease my way, I got to earn the trust of everybody here, but let me take a little more control of how we actually develop this on the product side. Is we can compete with any company out there with their I mean, I have access to do anything that any of these other companies are doing, whether it's skincare or whatever. I have all the access to all the suppliers and vendors. We can offer stuff that everybody else can offer, but better. And that's the whole thing about it. But we, obviously we want to just kind of ease into the whole thing with the benefits that we can actually offer in there, because some of the benefits in there are just some of the benefits I have are just unbelievable. You could save that much money on your prescriptions, or you save money on your optical, or you save money on your on fitness equipment. There's so many different dental. There's so many really strong benefits just in that healthcare package. It's ridiculous how much value that just the healthcare package by itself has. So.
And you know what? It's not going to be what we have that's going to bring people in. It's going to be how the leaders present themselves.
Mm-hmm.
And Sean, right from the very beginning, when I first met you, I could see your sincerity and your honesty. You weren't out there as one of these high ranking MLM leaders that was, hitting you between the eyes with all of the wonderful, wonderful things that their company is going to give you. You're presenting the facts. You're laying out the cards on the table. You're saying we're doing this slow, a little at a time, to get people integrated into the TLN destinations. What you're doing is I think, I don't know how to put it except to say that, yeah, your sincerity and your concern for doing things right is coming out big time. And that is what I think is going to really bring people into your part of the program, is because of who you are and what you stand for, I guess is what I'm trying to say. And we pick up on it right away. We really do. I'm glad to be a part of what you do.
Thank you. I'll tell people, hey, this works, this doesn't work. People have something. It's not like it doesn't have its. Everything has its. There's pluses and minuses to everything, right? So there's going to be, just like on the travel side of it, there's, the plus is you save a lot of money. The minus is you don't have a price comparison built into it, so you have to go out there if you want to compare the prices. That's why I do these travel jams, vacation jams, is because I want to be there to help explain how it works. Because there is going to be, you're not always going to save $1,000 on a trip. You might save $40 or $50 on a trip, but you're going to save money. So it's a kind of thing where it's a great deal, but there's obviously it's a learning process. We're going to go through this together and learn this whole process, how it works, so people can really get the value out of it. Because it's going to have something that people have to learn. It's not something that it's like you flip a switch and voila, it's like you're in Wonderland of network marketing. It doesn't work that way. I don't know. Like again, I don't know nothing about network marketing. You try to tell me to figure out a comp plan, I'll get lost going down the first level. So I'm not a network marketing guy. It's not my deal. I'm a product development guy. I'm a business development, and I rely on a really good network marketing background. I mean, people who have strong network marketing backgrounds to help handle that side of it. Let you take care of that side of it. Let me take care of this side of it because that's what I know. And so it's like Val. Me and Val start talking about this idea. Is Val knows network marketing, and I'm like, great. You just grow the business. For me, everything's been corporate, and it's fine because it's been great. When I came to network marketing, when I got approached about doing network marketing with this business model, I love the idea because it's a way for me to go out there and reach individuals. And I don't have to do any of the marketing side of it. All I got to do is worry about what I do best, and that's development, and let somebody else handle the marketing side of it. And that's the best part about that.
Are you going to set up, say, for example, the distributors that really want to understand the TLN destinations very well, so they feel really confident in what they're doing? Are you going to set up a training program so that we can take advantage of it to learn more of what we need to do and how we need to present the program?
Yeah, well, we can. And again, I'm open for suggestions. What we have now is what we put together, Tracy, that video. But it does go a lot deeper than that. So what I'd like to do is schedule maybe once or twice a week a training, and just do a training session on it, where we can get onto the actual webinar platform. It's outside of this platform, and I can do it. I can actually show you everything on a screen, so we can actually go through the whole process, showing on a screen, and answer questions as we go along, and people can really educate themselves on this. This format here right now is I can answer questions on that, and obviously it's going to be bringing in as we grow, we'll bring in more people, and I'll continue to do these because I like to do them. They're fun. It's fun, and I'll continue to do these because I love to share the future of where we're going to go with TLN Destinations, and I love to get the feedback and ideas of people like yourself on the panel, and then anybody else that wants to hopefully we can grow the panel where we have 15, 20 people on here, and we'll be able to get out there and really kind of get a really good brainstorming session for me. I love to brainstorm. I love to be, because again, I use it quite a bit, but God gave us 2 ears and 1 mouth for a reason, so we can listen and kind of gather information for us to make something better. Because the people that did stuff, really good stuff out there in the world, listen to the people who've actually built it. The people who actually built it. The foundation of a company is the people who actually believe in the company and build the company. And so, the networkers, the marketers, are the foundation. That's what's going to make this grow. Is your belief and your love and your passion for the Legends Network and TLN Destinations. So yeah, we could do that, Joan. We could definitely do a training session, and that's something I'll talk to you about with Val, and see what he thinks about doing an actual training session on maybe once or twice a week, and so we can kind of get people up. If I do it too many days, less people are going to show. I would have to get a bunch of people in there and do one big training session. So either one day or twice, once or twice a week. Again, I got to find my slot because everybody seems like there's so much training and so much good stuff going on with the Legends Network, which I haven't seen with any other. Because I've had my eye on other companies, and they don't do this kind of training. And so, I mean, literally, it's like, I feel like there should be a TV guide for the Legends Network, because you really need to have a schedule to, I was talking to Bob about this again, we should have a calendar done up for the Legends Network with slots for everything. And so, if somebody does want to do something, they could schedule a slot in the schedule to do something, because otherwise, that possibility of overlapping really comes into effect, and we don't want to overlap. And you obviously want to have a key spot to do it in, because if you're too early, no one's going to show up because people are at work or they're doing whatever they're going to do. If you do it too late, people are sleeping. So you got to have that nice cozy spot in there. So just a matter of finding a scheduling, and I think that I'm really going to kind of see about getting an actual Legends Network schedule for all the different training and the hangouts and all that other stuff like that. So I think there needs to be one because there's a lot going on. So.
Yeah, there is. There's almost it's almost overwhelming. I know there are different times when I've been going to go on onto a Legends Network webinar, and I miss it by a few minutes, or I just forget about it. So I think your idea of having a calendar with slots of exactly what is going on every day is really important. We could even have a monthly one, and just put everything in it, and then people. I know there was one MLM company that I was with, and that's what they did. And yeah, it worked very well. People knew exactly what was going on, where it was going on, the times, and what have you. And I think that would be something that would be really cool, because then we can plan our week and our month around those schedules and get people on the calls too.
Yeah, you know, and the thing is too is if you know if I'm looking at a schedule, I can decide, okay, well, I got this type of training here. It gives you a chance. So you can actually maybe you miss a day, miss one thing. You can decide, okay, I got 5 things going on this week, 5 different opportunities through webinars and hangouts and training and all this other stuff like that. I'm gonna choose which ones I want to do this week. The following week, I'll switch it up. So you can literally go in there and get the different training you want to. It's almost like a it's almost like I think we got people on our old schedule here because people are starting to come in. So it's almost like a you know, when I go to Disneyland, I could choose which attraction I want to go to. It's the same thing. You can choose which one you want to go to that week, and you can kind of build your schedule on a schedule. So yeah, so that to me is something that I definitely would recommend us doing something like that, and we can go from there. But welcome, Alan. So we've changed the slot. We put an email got sent out got sent out earlier today. I don't know if I think people kind of missed it, but we're doing a change the time slot to 4 p.m. Pacific, 7 Eastern, just so it's easier, so we don't overlap a lot of the other training that's going. There's a training going out there at 5 o'clock on Tuesdays and Thursdays. This is kind of what the topic. This is what we're just kind of discussing, because I don't want to interrupt with anybody else's training, especially because I think it's important. But I definitely want to make sure that people have the opportunity to get on to the Vacation Jam and talk about what we do and get some ideas. And today we've been talking about some of the fun benefits we're going to be able to add in here that can add value, and I just decided that I want to hire Joan to come work for me. she gets it, you know. So, but so does Joyce and Barbara. They get it, and it's great because we're just starting, and I'm excited for what's coming. And yes, how you doing, Barbara?
I'm doing pretty good. A couple of things is my worst fear. What you just talked about is doing trainings.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, a lot of people tell me that I've got a good voice and it's wonderful, but it's me. You know, I can't see myself. I feel like I'm jittering and shaking and sweating and everything like that. But then there's the other thing is people may be afraid to say things like this, but I am on my dad's survivor benefits. I have been on ADC, I've been on welfare, I have now with my Medicare, I have a spin down of $790 some odd a month that I had to get rid of before I can go to the doctor free. And it's like they're just messing us up all over the place. So I'm just going to tell you right here and now, I'm looking forward to that training.
Yeah, yeah, you know, and look, to kind of go over what you talked about there, Barbara, about having your voice all jittery and stuff like that, and I think that Joyce and Joan can really attest to this. When I first started talking on the Hangouts, I was a lot of stuttering, and it's just a matter of, because I'm not a you try to get me to do a public speaking, I'm not the public speaker, but when you start going through here and you're going through the process, you really get comfortable. And we've talked about this on the earlier jams that we have with Carl about, you know, being confident and gaining confidence, and it's based off of, you know, you being active and getting more involved in it, and your confidence will grow to become an easier thing. It's practice. So that I have confidence you'll be great. You're gonna be awesome at that here in no time. It's just a matter of being out there and getting confident in that. And like me, I was stuttering when I first started doing this, and on the I know a lot. I have a lot of knowledge in my industry, but I'm not used to sitting in front of doing videos. So this has been for me.
You know, it's so true, because the first time you came on the Legends Network, I thought to myself, where did this guy come from?
Yeah.
He was stuttering, and I thought, oh my goodness, you have improved 100% over the few times that you've been on the Legends Hangout and now with your own program.
Mm-hmm.
And you instill confidence now, but when you first came on, I thought, oh my goodness, you know, I just don't think this guy's going to make it.
Yeah,
but you're doing well now, and it's because you're more used to us, you're more comfortable with what you're presenting, and you know the value of what you're presenting, and it's all coming out now, and yeah, you're doing much better. Just to let you know.
Thank you, Joe. Thank you. You know, and I could even tell myself I'm doing much better, because you know, I just never did videos, so I'd sit there and try to do a video, and it took me like 30, 40 restarts to kind of get through a video. And you know, and Joyce kind of mentioned, she talked about that before when she was just starting to do videos. It's just a matter of getting used to doing them, Barbara. And once you get used to doing them, it comes natural. You feel like, okay, let's stick her on and let's go. You know, you got guys like Alan who's been doing it ever since they've had video cameras. So it becomes a natural thing for you after a while, and that's how people get good at things, is just by practice. And as far as the medical stuff's going to be fantastic for you in your situation. Once we were able to get that up, and once we were able to get that in there, it's something that's going to be something really fantastic for you to take advantage of, because you're going to be able to go out there and talk to a doctor without going to a doctor, right? So you're going to be able to go just schedule it on a time. You log into a camera, the doctor's talking to you just like we're talking right now, and you give them the symptoms of what you got, and they'll turn around and they'll tell you exactly what your ailment is, and they'll write your prescription for what that is. And these are certified medical doctors from all around the U.S. and Canada. You can do this. You can do that on vacation. So when you're on vacation, it's another supply that we've got going on that I'm putting together right now. Is it's a vacation insurance. So when you go on vacation, you spend $15 a day for your family, right? While you're on vacation. So you take a week vacation, it costs $15 a day for that vacation. But if anything happens to you, you can either go on, talk to a doctor online. They're bilingual within 15 or 20 different languages. But you also, you can also go if it's a serious injury, they'll medevac you out on a private jet to your home city for that $15 cost for that week. It doesn't cost you anything extra. It's included in that cost. You, your dog, your pets, whatever, your whole family, not just you on a private jet, your whole family on that jet and flying you out to back home so you get the medical help you need. So that's stuff that's going to be added onto it as well. Something like that won't be an additional cost to as a benefit, but it's only going to cost you when you need to use it. It's going to cost you that $15 per vacation. So there's a lot of really good benefits that are still coming. They're going to. I mean, we're just, like I said, we just added just the start. You know, and it's the tip of the iceberg. There's a lot of stuff coming that we're negotiating right now, and that I have currently. It's just that I'm negotiating with the Bremners. I'm bringing it on, and we got to just figure out how we introduce it to you guys. So it's just a matter of getting it all in there. But it's like I say, right now I got 65 benefits right now that I can introduce. Right now, it's just a matter of figuring out how to get them on there. But I mean, this is the whole list of them. So I got all these different benefits for us to use here. So and they're it's
Does that have a whole array of? I'm getting into an integrative doctor, and I'd like to go holistic now. Are there those kind of doctors in there?
Yep, we have some holistic doctors. We even have pet benefits for people who have pets. So,
I don't have a pet though.
no, I'm just saying, if you have a dog, a dog needs to go to a vet, and you'd be surprised how big of a thing that is.
Oh yeah.
Taking your dog to a veterinarian can cost you thousands of dollars if something's wrong with them. To be able to have those type of benefits where you can save up to 50 to 70% off your off dog food, pet supplies, medical stuff. We have all those benefits already. I already have that. So that's stuff that we can integrate in here. But people don't think about the pets being as kind of a major thing, but it's available. So I just want to work with the Bremners on how we can actually put this in here and introduce some of the stuff to everybody. And maybe we can make it as an option menu where you can decide which benefits you want based off of in the back office, based on what you want to do. So I mean, because if somebody doesn't need something, somebody doesn't have a dog or a cat, or in my case, a rabbit that chews through wires, then you want to you don't need the pet benefits, right? So it's just going to be the benefits that you need, and maybe doing something where we can actually list all the benefits and let you decide which benefits you want for those savings. And that's something that
I know what you're talking about. It wasn't a rabbit of mine, but it was my dog that I had a long time ago.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, she would chew through. No, it was a ferret. He would chew through the wires, and one time I went up there and zap, and he just went plump. And go, oh no! And then he shook himself off. Yeah, oh my gosh!
Yeah, actually, the bunny is my kid's bunny, but he gets out and he still already chewed through one of my headphone sets and some of my speaker wires, and but it's, I have a dog, I have a lab, so my lab he's actually got a little depressed about the bunny, but he's okay now. So anyway, so that's the benefit side of it. There's a lot of different stuff on there. Use of how you use the program we currently have. That's what I want to get done first. I want to get everybody really used to what we have on here with the TLN Destinations, because it's a fantastic platform, and so that's why we're doing this in a step-by-step process. So it's just the world is there's so much out there we can use, and like you said, Joan, you said it best. This is designed to be a lifestyle program, not a travel program at all. It's a lifestyle program, and you're going to see over the next few months, it's going to really evolve into that lifestyle program, opposed to just being travel and training. It's going to be travel, training, benefits, these different benefits that you can use on an everyday basis. So that's my vision of where I want to take this to a whole lifestyle program for everybody. So save money on your groceries. How about that? Up to $300 a month on groceries. That's a huge benefits. Just be able to save money on milk and buying meats and whatever. $300 for $300. We see people saving that right now. Some of my clients that are saving $300 by itself a month off their grocery bill. So some fantastic benefits that are coming that we can add. It's just a matter of sitting down what we can add, and I really think the best way to do it is by giving you the Legends Network representatives the right to choose which benefits you want to use, and not to try to shove them down your throat and say, hey, this is what you got. Give you a little more an option to pick what you want to pick up and use them when you want to use them. So.
I think too the important thing is the necessities of life, like groceries, for example, healthcare, dental, eyeglasses, all of the things that people use on a regular basis, that if those are introduced first, then the luxury things can come later. And because that will free money up for people to be able to enjoy doing other things because they've got the money to do it.
Yes, totally. I agree with you 100%. And it's gonna be fun to add. It's gonna be fun to add. It's gonna be really fun to get to add these benefits in there. It just we're just gonna get this the TLN destinations locked and loaded where people understand it, got a full complete understanding about how that works, and then I could actually see maybe on a month-by-month basis adding something new. Keeps things fresh and alive and keeps people excited. Something new's coming. Something new's coming. So it actually, you gotta watch the build up, and it keeps that excitement level high. It's like if you give it's Christmas time, you give your kids all the presents they ever wanted at one time. They kind of get spoiled because they get bored of what they have. But if you give them something little by little by little, then they get excited because they get actually have opportunity to go out there and use those things. And the same thing here. You get out opportunity to go out there and use some of the travel. Get out the opportunity to go out there and use some of the next. And I think the next benefits we're going to be adding is the healthcare stuff. That's the one we've been talking about. So get out there and be able to use some of the healthcare benefits. Get out there and use some of these other stuff, and you get excited about it, and then it gets you even more excited that you can go out there and use the next thing's coming. So it keeps the evolution process going really good, and that's where I would see it. Instead of just dumping a bunch of benefits back there, then people kind of get lost in what's available to them, opposed to what they get a chance to use what they have. So that's how I would actually go about approaching it. It's just that I got to keep the process of working in how we're going to actually add these benefits with Val and Bob. So yeah, great stuff coming. And Alan, you got anything you want to say? Well, I know you're there, so you're just kind of lurking around in the background. But do you have anything you want to add to our jam session today?
Hey, can you hear me okay?
Sure.
Yep.
Well, it's interesting. I was listening to, I think it was Pat, talking about, was it Pat? She's muted right now. She's talking.
Joan?
No, lady that was scared.
Barbara.
Oh, Barbara.
Let me kind of give you a little oversight, Barbara. Maybe it'll help you. I remember back when I was a teenager at the age of 14 when I left home to go play hockey. I left home at the age of 14, and I went to a place called Prince Albert, Saskatchewan. And I was a goaltender, and I was 14 years of age. And the most people I ever played in front of hockey was 14 parents watching me play hockey. That was the most I ever played in front of. I'll never forget my first game. I played in front of 2,500 people, hockey, and I threw up 3 times before I went on the ice. And then once that I was on the ice and started playing, I was fine. And then I went to bigger arenas where I played in front of 10 and 20,000 people, and that was even worse. But I'll never forget the first time I ever had to do a public speaking engagement in network marketing. It was in 1983. I'd already been in for 5 years, started in 1978. And for those 5 years, I watched the good-looking guys in front of me do all the presentations. All I did was invite people. I just invited people, and that's how I made money for my first 5 years, just inviting people to the presentation. Let those good-looking guys at the front of the stage with the good-looking suits and the good-looking jewelry and all the money, let them do the presentations. Until 1983, when I latched on to a company, you might have heard of them, a company called New Skin, to launch New Skin. Well, all of a sudden, I was pushed into talking on stage, and oh my God, I'll never forget that night as long as I live. I walked on stage, and I anyways, it was disastrous. It was terrible. It was god awful, and we got through it. And the next day went a little bit better. The next day went a little bit better. And I remember in 1995, I was speaking in front of 12,000 people at a convention in Denver, Colorado, with Muhammad Ali sitting in the front row. the Muhammad Ali sitting in the front row in 1995. He was invited as a guest speaker to a network marketing company, the first ever internet marketing company in the world. It was called AdverWorld, and I happened to be in that company. And I was being a guest speaker that night with my mentor, Mr. David Stewart. And I'll never forget walking on the stage in front of 12,000 people. But this time, I was a veteran. I was a pro. I was the best. And I'm telling you this, I was the best. That's why they chose me to walk on that stage and give that presentation. When I saw Muhammad Ali sitting in the front row and somebody told me that was Muhammad Ali sitting there, I froze like you never froze before. I was sitting in front of the greatest speaker, one of the greatest motivators, one of the greatest people of all time. Nobody could speak like Muhammad Ali, and he's sitting in the front row waiting for me to speak. Well, guess what? All that experience that I had and all of that years of speaking on stage, it all came back, and man, we delivered. We delivered for an hour solid, David and I, and we talked to those 12,000 people. And I'll never forget after that, Muhammad Ali, we met him after, we had some pictures taken with him, and he says, oh my God, he says, that was a speech. That was motivating. And I looked at him, and I looked in his eyes, and I said, oh my God, that's coming from Muhammad Ali. And then it happened to me twice. Not once in a lifetime, but twice in a lifetime. I've got a picture over here. It's just down over here. You know, can anybody guess who won 5 world championships in boxing in 5 different weight classes?
Roy George Jr.
Sugar Ray Leonard.
Sugar Ray Leonard.
I'll never forget the second time it happened to me. I was asked to speak with Sugar Ray Leonard at a church function in front of thousands of people. I walked on stage, met Sugar Ray, he walked toward me, and we were in front of several thousand people talking, and it was incredible. So, why I'm telling you this, I go back to 1983 where I damn near pooped my pants. No, literally. And I never forget that. And today I can walk on stage, man, it's the greatest experience in the world. To walk on stage and motivate people. Walk on stage and get your story down cold and deliver it hot. Walk on stage and look into people's eyes in the audience and know that what you're delivering to them is going to change their life forever. Forever. When they wake up, they're not, you know what? They're not going to go to sleep tonight. When you're done, I will guarantee they're not going to sleep tonight because they're going to wake up tomorrow morning and say, oh my God, I want to do that. I want to be that person. Not so much me because I've been in front of incredible speakers. That's where I came from. That's where I am today. And for me to walk on stage, I just got a call this afternoon, asked me to go to Asia, into 14 provinces and countries in Asia to speak on network marketing. Oh my God. I'm going, oh my God. You know, so lesson learned, lesson delivered. Just get out there and just like Nike says, do it.
Thank you, Alan. So, anyways, let's wrap this up because it's a little over, and I'm going to go get some supper now because we changed the date, so it's supper time. Oh, I made some shrimp and some trout, so what we caught this week. So I'm going to go eat that, and then I think we have a webinar in 45 minutes, correct?
Yes.
Okay, great. So if you want to get on that, great. And if you guys have any questions, you have my email and Skype, so send me an email on Skype. Otherwise, it's going to be, again, 7 p.m. Eastern or 4 p.m. Pacific. I'm a Pacific type of guy, so just for future references, anybody wants to come on and join the panel or listen in, we really appreciate it. And to my fellow panelists and my hardcore loyal panelists that are right on the line with me, thank you so much for coming on again, and we'll see you tomorrow.
Can I say one thing before we leave?
Sure. There. I've been waiting for you to talk, Joyce.
Well, Barbara talks about being or scared to talk. I talked to little kids for all my life. I've never talked to adults, and I'm having to learn to talk to adults. I mean, because you talk to children for years, and they listen to you, and you wonder why adults listen. So Barbara's not alone. We're all there.
That's right, and you know what? And we all listen real well, and we all understand. So because we've all been there. So keep it up, Barbara. Practice doing some videos. You don't have to publish them or nothing like that. Just practice doing videos. Record yourself. And then
Joyce is helping me on that, and I have to write it down. I'm just so afraid that. Yeah, you said 11 times. Mine probably 20, 25 times.
That's okay. Practice makes perfect.
Yeah,
And
absolutely.
And obviously build yourself up. Start with Joyce, bring her in, have her critique your videos, and then you bring somebody else in, and you'll give you your feedback, and you'll get more comfortable. You could be like myself and just jumped right into the fire and said, let's do it. But that's just the way it works. So thank you again for coming on. We'll be here same time tomorrow, and I hope to see you all on board. Say bye for now. I don't know if we have a link, but if we do, just point down and say subscribe.
Yes, absolutely.
Subscribe, whatever.
Oh, yeah.
Now do it.
We'll see you tomorrow.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.